Welcome to the Lords of Larf Town. I am Deuce. This next to me is PBR. And below us, as always, the power bottom, Grant Urey, generating all of the power.
Yep.
So I'm going to start off. So last week, the episode that will never air, that no one will ever hear because half of it is I don't know, you can't hear it. We were talking about PC building, and you are looking to get a computer. You've been saving up for one. And I haven't been saving up for one and don't have any money, but I went out and bought and built a new rig, and I am fucking juiced. I am juiced.
Did our conversation about it last week trigger this?
No, I've been. I get
Okay.
obsessive about certain things, like guns and tattoos, and like there's just certain things that, like, once I start thinking about it, I'll obsess with it until I accomplish my goal. And so I went and built a new gaming rig, and I'm so happy with it right now. Just looking.
I'm gonna make you a shirt, and it's gonna say, "Buys $2,500 PC, runs on a hotspot."
How do you know? How did you know?
Are you gonna upgrade your internet?
We were talking about it today. I mean, I was downloading games at 120 megs, so it's not like it's
not as good as 500.
No, it's not, and it's not very good when there's multiple people using it. I wouldn't trust it to like stream consistently, but you know, for just like regular use, it's not bad. But besides that, I really wanted to get the 580, but I took it down a notch and I got the 570 or the 5070 Ti. And the only reason I didn't get the 580 is because they have the same amount of VRAM. So I'll wait for the next iteration when they like actually add a substantial amount of VRAM, and the card itself is.
Well, how much VRAM do you have?
16
Does it have?
gig.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's decent. I think the 590 has 32 gig, I think, but that card's like $2,500 to almost 3,500. So that thing's way fucking expensive. I mean,
Do you have any idea what the timeline is between when the 4070 came out and the 5070?
It's usually like
A year and a half, 2 years?
year and a half to 2 years, I think. I'm not really keen on the market anymore because I really stepped back from it. After I bought my 2080, I didn't see a need to upgrade for the longest time. So not up until now, I didn't even think about upgrading.
When you blink, technology just changes so fast. Let's say you get your new iPhone and you have the newest iPhone, but it seems like a year or two goes by and then everyone else has way newer iPhones than you.
My phone
that seems
10 years
like,
old.
man,
So.
battery's still good, so I'm not trading mine in, but
Hopefully.
Yeah, the batteries will work a lot better now.
Yeah,
I wonder why.
It won't slow down. It'll only get faster. But I feel like they should probably pace themselves on the commercial side. You know, like there's the, what do you call it? Not the corporate side, but like the side where they're developing shit for businesses, like AI technologies and stuff like that. Like those, I don't care how fast they crank that shit out. But I feel like, I don't know, it's a consumer market, so they're going to put it out if people are going to buy it. But either way, I'm very happy with the graphics card. I went with the Ryzen 7 8900 X3D.
if you had a game to
Solid.
pick that you wanted to really test out on that, what would it be?
Tarkov. I mean, realistically, though, you need like a 5090 to be running Tarkov, like, you know, where I want it to be. But this is still going to be at least 100 times better than what I was running it on. So I'll have to give Arena a little try here soon.
You gotta play the new Kingdom Come game.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Nah.
Yeah, god damn it, you son of a bitch.
I'm waiting for the new
Play the game.
6969 computer to come out. They're going to miss an opportunity if they don't call it the 69 Ti.
It'd be 6090.
Yeah, they only get one chance.
I'm pretty sure AMD has a 60. Oh no, they have a 6900 card. I'm pretty sure 6900 XT, something like that. Anyway, I played Fortnite one round, right?
New card,
And
Fortnite, 1440p, hotspot.
no DLSS, no like frame generation. My God, even Jessica was like, "Wow, it looks so much better." I didn't realize how dumbed down I had to play it on my 2080 to like get to the frame rate I wanted. I mean, granted, I was only playing at 100 FPS with no DLSS on, but you know, once I tweak it and fine tune shit, just the shadows were way, the reflections of stuff was just, it was like a different game. It was crazy, honestly.
Dude, PC gamers, bro.
Yeah, I had issues too. I was like trying to install Windows
Always
11
issues.
and I had to go back to Windows 10 because I don't know what was happening. I was getting this like black screen and there was ways to fix
Fortnite,
it, but I wasn't going to do it.
Fortnite looks good on my Xbox.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, but not as good as it does on my computer.
I know, but
I'll
I don't
put
ever have to worry. I don't like to have to worry about running it fine. And then you have your settings that are perfect. And then all of a sudden you're missing like 30 frames the next day. And you're like, why? What's happening?
That sounds about right.
True.
So anyway, I was just juiced on that. Super excited. Built it up last night. The case didn't come with fans.
Really?
I knew it didn't too, but I forgot. So Micro Center is where I bought everything. And there's only a Micro Center in Dallas, and that's 2.5 hours away from me. So I drove down there, bought a bundle, AMD bundle. It was a motherboard, processor, and RAM. And then got home, did a little bit of research, punched myself for buying the bundle I got because I didn't necessarily want that one. So I drove back the next day, exchanged it for the one I wanted, also left with the rest of the system. So, but I did forget fans, and I'm not driving 2.5 hours there and 2.5 hours back just to buy fans. So I went and bought some Corsair RGB fans from the Wally World.
Cool.
It looks cool.
Is it liquid cooled?
No, I don't do liquid cooling anymore. It's just a regular heat sink.
What?
It's just a beefy one.
Why not? What?
Why not?
Yeah.
I used to do AIOs. I've never done like a full water cooling loop. AIO is like an all-in-one unit where it's you don't mess with the liquid or anything. And I had one and my CPU kept overheating. Well, it turns out that whatever they used as the liquid was building up like chunks of stuff in the loop. And eventually water stopped flowing through it and then it overheated. I figured out the issue, obviously, but I just feel like air cooled is there. If you watch videos, they're not that far off from each other. Plus, go ahead.
I like liquid cooling because, so the preface is it's about 3 to 4 times as efficient in cooling.
I don't think so.
Because it'll go through the radiator and then it cools, it makes the fans not have to work as hard and it keeps more of a consistent cooling going. So it makes your PC quieter when it runs. That's why PS5s are so loud. PS4s, are so loud. They
also use sideways fans in those that like funnel air through as opposed to pulling it. My system's pretty fucking quiet. My last system was quiet too, and it was air cooled. I had a Noctua cooler, whatever you want to call it, heat sink on it. But the actual performance difference is like null. There's really not that much, and I feel like you're gonna run into more issues water cooling anyway, just because of the fact that a heat sink will run forever, but a water cooler stuff will build up in the water eventually. It's not, no water is that pure to where it's not going to start to contaminate from running through the heat, through the radiator and shit, like metals getting introduced to the water. So that's my opinion on it. Because like a closed loop systems where people do the whole thing and they have to change the water out. Or the cooling liquid. It's not just like, it's not running forever like that. You'll eventually get buildup. So anyway, it's a preference thing. If you want to put that work in, go for it. The AIOs are,
I don't want one
not
now.
that expensive either. Do some research. Watch the videos. They'll break down like in detail the temperature differences and like,
because the computer I was looking at was liquid cooled, and I've never had a liquid cooled computer.
I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'll never do it again. I had probably.
But this one is like 10 years old. I kind of want to have it for 10 years without much maintenance.
I don't think I don't remember
That
how
was
old my
any.
PC was when I changed it. It was probably 5 years old, maybe more when I had that issue. Could have been older than that. I mean, realistically too, they're like $150. So I mean, it goes out in 5 years and just buy a new one and replace it. It's not a big deal. So that's
a
where
good.
I'm at.
I think it really is just comes down to research and the time, and I think that stuff's probably gotten so much better. Cooling's gotten so much better that you can do it. Maybe it'd be interesting to see what would happen on a liquid cooled PC versus an air cooled PC if you put them side by side and put a big load underneath them.
Hey, there's videos of that.
Okay.
For sure. There's definitely videos of that. Like I think Linus Tech Tips has done that.
We need a power bottom to test this thing.
Yeah, dude, I need to put a big load in the bottom of something.
Take a big load, you big gooner.
All right.
That's Noni's favorite word right now. Is gooning.
I noticed that. What is that? Can you tell me what that is?
I'm not gonna tell you on here. We might get in trouble.
Oh, I thought it was just crushing on like an anime girl.
I didn't know what gooning was either.
Milking your junk all day long. That's why that guy was like gooning or edging.
Yeah, I never knew what that was till it got explained to me.
Yeah. There you go.
This past year. Anyway, today we're segueing in. 10 minutes in, we're going to start talking about some game trailers from the Summer Games Fest and the Xbox game showcase. Stanky, would you like to lead us off with that?
Well, I don't know. I think the Game Fest was on Friday, right? The official Game Fest. I watched it. It was pretty bad. It was like astonishingly bad. Jeff Keighley was fine.
I think
he didn't
the trailer
cry.
portion of it was decent.
I think he did kind of almost choke up when he announced Resident Evil 9. I think he really did choke up. But he did great. Yeah, definitely. But the game sucked. It was like Souls-like everywhere.
Bro, tell me about it. I'm like, stop making these fucking games, please.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants. There's only such a certain size audience for that type of game.
I know. Well, it doesn't seem like it actually,
Yeah,
but there's only
know.
like there's the Souls games like FromSoft, and then you have Team Ninja for like Ninja Gaiden doing like Neo, which they announced Neo 3, or they showed gameplay of Neo 3, which looked okay. But I liked Ill. That was the only good one that I really liked from that show.
Ill.
And
my first comment on that is like,
take it back.
The people in that trailer. That's what vegans think is going to happen to meat eaters if they eat too much red meat. That's what I feel like. But
I thought it looked awesome.
I'll go first. I thought it was way too graphic for me personally. It kind of reminded me of Agony, but it looked great. It looked great. The shotgun, the weapon, the shotgun looked great. I'm not huge on the revolver, but narrow hallways, I think, promote the anxiety and the fear in the game. I think they did a good job of creating like narrow atmospheres. And they mentioned dismemberment, so you can dismember the enemy.
Yeah.
And that was something that they really focused on when they were talking about it in the trailer. And it just kind of talks about variation. I think there's a decent amount of variation in there. So it says it's not going to be the same thing throughout the entire game. There's going to be new things that are happening, which is probably a good flow for a horror game.
Oh, dang. Well, I just like that it's super close quarters. I love that it's super close quarters. And that way there's tons of physics and stuff like going on in the hallways. But I don't know. It just looks intense. It looks like really scary, but not the kind of scary that I don't like. Like sometimes
I don't like
Evil's
jump scares. I don't like mind things that are like trying to attack you unless it's a dog. For some reason, dogs in video games historically are my biggest enemy.
It has ammo management and everything too, which makes every game that's scary more scary if you have to manage your ammo and it's super hardcore.
I hope it's not like super survival-y. I just want it to be like a shooter. What if it was like Doom but that graphic?
What did you think about Cube? What was your first thought?
Well, because they showed that at right after what's it called?
The other game it's based around.
Atomic Heart 2?
Atomic Heart 2. Yeah, that's right. And I thought it was like, I was like, is this DLC for the game? And no, it was like a totally different MMO sort of thing. I thought it looked cool. I like that everybody was all horned up. It looked pretty sexy.
Yep.
It was pretty
said
crazy.
this was my notes: tits and pussy.
I put, why so many chicks in trailer? Question.
As soon as I saw the nipples, I was like, this is an Asmongold clip for sure. But the girls are like not butch, and there was that shot right at the end, right up that girl's crotch, and she was wearing like
I know
some tight spandex thing, and I was just like, gaming is back. Other than that, though, the movement looked pretty cool in that game. It looks like it was a mix of a bunch of games like in one. And then the premise of it is, did you
I don't
hear?
even know the premise.
Well, from what he said at the end, it's like it's a cube that's kind of Rubik's cubing, right? The whole time it's like shifting, so the atmosphere of it changes constantly, which I thought was kind of a cool concept.
What he's wondering if the cube was always there, or if it's something.
That part
new in
I
the
didn't
world.
really care about. It was more about like what was going on in the background.
I'm a pass on that one.
I'll probably pass on it too, but it does.
It's like an MMO.
It does look kind of cool.
Do you guys play MMOs? I don't.
Not really.
I try. I always try, and like I just never get stuck with it.
No.
For Atomic Heart 2, I put sci-fi overload. Everything is trying to be so cool. So it seems like in all these trailers, they're trying to be so cool to me. It looks like it has a large amount. Did
you see the first one?
The first game was cool. I thought a lot of people hate that main character, but I think they do the cool like Soviet like alternate history world pretty good.
Yeah, it has like a 50s feel to it, but with modern, like the original one.
Yeah.
With like modern shit going on. It's
like Fallout if Fallout was like a bunch of communists.
Yeah. I mean.
That's true. I put, the game looks like it has a large amount of various landscapes with potential anti-gravity control, which I like. Like, I don't know what that is when you I can't remember what they call it when you shoot at characters and enemies and they fly back, or you can manipulate them in the air. I like that. And then I put did they try to put someone in the trailer that looked like Elon Musk? There was a guy with like a monocle or something that looked kind of like
they probably did
in the bar. And they didn't say what the point of the game is. Like, I didn't understand what the point of Atomic Heart 2 was.
Probably had to play the first one to know.
Yeah, it definitely
go to the club and play with the titties. I don't get it.
It's like I don't know. It's kind of a wacky game. It's a lot like BioShock or BioShock Infinite, but
it's kind of like a BioShock crossed over with Fallout kind of feel.
Yeah.
Old Fallouts, not necessarily the modern shit.
Did you guys get big BioShock vibes from Clockwork Revolution?
I don't know if I saw that. I might have skipped.
That was yeah, I don't know. They all seem the same, but yeah, that one was pretty cool. Those trailer was long.
There was a
handful like the steampunk one.
Yeah, there's a handful of games that felt like they were the same game.
Yeah, tons.
Clockwork Revolution I put was like Dishonored BioShock. I passed on that. I didn't like the graphics. I just don't like that futuristic style that these games are going for. Personally, it's not my
trendy.
Style.
I don't like the vintage like feel to all. I like cyberpunk style where it's like truly modern, you know.
It's like if you're going to do something like that, it's like how Cyberpunk does it. They take you basically to the 90s and they're like, this is what the future would look like in like the early punk rock 90s. And then it's same with like Alien. Like Alien looks like the future from the 80s point of view. And I like how they do that. In the steampunk one, like nothing ever like, it seems trendy. Seems super trendy.
They're trendy chameleons, all these fuckers. Just a bunch of trendy chameleons just biting on to the next thing. Can I tell you about a game I fucking hated?
Yeah.
Mixtape?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. What is up with that fucking art? Not the art style, the animation style. I don't like that 24 frames a second. Feels more like
it's less than that.
15. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is ugly to look at as somebody who enjoys the smoothness of modern gaming. That's just like a step backwards. It's like they don't know what they're doing.
I think it works in movies. Like I think the Spider-Man movies that have that animation, I think it looks good there, but not in video games.
No, it's so bad. It was ugly. Ugly. I hated it. I just wanted to fucking scratch my eyes out.
I also don't like when I have this thing because I'm from that era. I'm from the mixtape era, the 90s and early 2000s. And that's not how anybody talked. No one
because the
acts
people that
and
are
talks like
making
that.
it are younger than that.
I know, it's so annoying. It's like it seems like when we watch movies and stuff with my dad's era, like 77, so Dazed and Confused era, like it seems like my dad would like agree that is like fits perfectly. I don't ever get to say that. Like no one dressed like that, talk like that.
The only thing from our generation that's like that, I mean, there's obviously a lot of stuff, but I would say the biggest one is, I think we talked about it. What's the movie with the
Superbad?
Yeah, Superbad.
Yeah,
Superbad.
Superbad.
Yeah.
Like that's how people actually talk. Like, doing dick shit.
Yeah.
Humping girls behind them when they're not paying attention. Like, oh.
Like,
yeah.
It was a little more rude. It was definitely more free.
It was more
Felt
realistic.
Good, but they've never captured that any movie, any video game. Oh, it's so super cringy when they do it in video games.
Oh, speaking of cringy, that Deadpool VR game.
Oh, I forgot to write that. I forgot to tell you about that.
That looks so bad, and the fact that Ryan Reynolds is not the voice makes it even more annoying to me.
Oh, it's not?
No, that was not Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
was some
trying to sound like
person.
him.
Yeah, well, of
good
course,
on him for not
having some
not biting the
standards.
bullet.
Yeah, no,
that was really bad.
It was so
that was
bad.
probably the worst trailer, and it was written by like a Reddit dude.
Yeah, and
they're like, haha, late stage capitalism and all this like stupid stuff.
The comedy was bad.
Yeah,
it was not
bad.
Good. I don't like Deadpool.
I've never liked Deadpool anyway. I think
I'm glad you guys agree. I'm not a big Deadpool guy either.
Nah,
no, I think I just don't like Ryan Reynolds doing it. He's just not tough
Ryan
or
Reynolds
funny.
peaked at what's that college movie he did?
Van Wilder.
That was his peak. Oh, 100%.
He's good in serious movies, some serious roles.
I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm saying he peaked comedically in Van Wilder.
Smoking Aces is awesome.
I don't even know what that is.
I haven't even seen that one.
Oh, you gotta see that. It was
Waiting
great.
is good too. The original Waiting. But it's not funny because of him. His sense of humor is like same in every movie.
I like the guy in Deadpool with the mustache. Who's the normal guy in Deadpool that has the mustache? That guy's funny.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
No, I don't know. I've never seen Deadpool. I just don't like it. I've tried
okay.
You're talking about the comedian, like his sidekick from the first ones?
No, there's a guy in X-Force where they he hires a bunch of off the road people and they all have mild superpowers except one normal dude that's just is like, I feel like changing it up. And I think his name's Peter, and they bring him along and they bring him in Deadpool 3 too. He's fucking funny. He's the best part of the whole show. And TJ Miller was a good part of the show, but he's a psycho apparently, so they didn't bring him back.
Did you see Axe of Blood, PBR?
I saw Blood of the Dawnwalker, not Axe of Blood.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Axe of Blood reminded me of a fist-fighting Sniper Elite.
Axe of Blood? I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
that was on Game Fest, or was that on the Xbox whatever?
I don't know. I just went to typed in Game Fest. It was a 3-hour and something long video, and I just skimmed through it. And people do the little timelines, in the comments because they're saviors. So
they're great.
They are
great internet people,
greatest people on the internet. So I went through and just kind of skipped along, and it seemed decent. It was a good melee combat game. But when you punch the guy, it does the 3D body render through the body, so you can see what's breaking and shit like that.
Oh, I know that was made by one person.
Was it?
Really?
Yes, they announced it on the show. They were like, "This was made by one person," and it was all hand to hand, very old boy. Mm-hmm. That's the movie.
Yeah, it was
that looked great.
Yeah, it looked cool. I thought you might like that one since you're a sniper.
Hell yeah, I totally forgot about it. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was on the Game Fest. Damn.
Blood of the
It was so
Dawnwalker.
bad, I
Is
just messed up.
is that going to be Xbox and PS4 or
What?
Most of it was PC. At least I
Yeah.
know that much.
Okay.
Uh,
Blood of the Dawnwalker. I thought that wasn't a bad concept. I thought it looked cool. The graphics and art design, I just didn't know if it was going to be up to snuff. Like it looked like
Which one? What was that one about?
like it was like older graphics, but
it looks like Witcher. Yeah.
story was kind of
Witcher
cool.
3. Look,
I'll have to
it
go
looked
back and
cool.
look at it. I don't.
Blood of the
really know.
Dawnwalker was about a
I'll
it's a
do
vampire.
videos, little like 5-second videos of each one while we're talking about them. It was a vampire.
Like a vampire. Yeah. So what would you describe it as, Grant?
It's like it's like a vampire story, but from Polish people who made the Witcher, you know? So it's like it does look like The Witcher 3, so kind of the graphics do look a little not great, but I think they look fine.
Speaking
I don't
of
know. I really like I love that Polish style Witcher stuff. Project Red,
old CD Projekt. Yeah, the new one, I don't know.
New one's still good, but
we'll see. The Marvel game.
I don't. The fighting game.
I missed it.
Yeah, it's like a Ninja Turtle style looking game. My God, the main character was She-Hulk. I instantly said nope. I'm like, what? That was a failed show and a terrible character. So, or movie, whatever it was.
Did they even release She-Hulk?
I don't know. I said failed. I don't know if it released. I would never in a million years watch that Garbo, but
What was the show they never released? Was it Batgirl?
I don't know.
There was a show that they made that they decided was so bad they were going to shelf it forever. I think it was Batgirl.
Everything Disney made in the last 5 years, probably.
Do you know what's really funny about Marvel movies and DC movies? Like Marvel movies are made by Disney and all that merger and stuff, and everybody sucks. It has to be made by like a committee of a bunch of people.
Big licensing going on there.
And but then DC has an opportunity to have really good shows and movies, but they just suck completely. So it's like these
Does
comic book characters.
Does DC put their shows on the CW? Is that DC?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it would be
I don't
Their
know
TV
what
series?
the last
Yeah.
DC show I watched was. It would have been long
like
ago.
Daredevil, anything within the like
the first Daredevil was the first 2
not
seasons. I
Daredevil.
think is Daredevil. I don't know. The
The
first
Flash.
2 seasons of Daredevil were good. I didn't watch it.
I'm thinking of the Flash. Yeah, the Daredevil one was okay, but the Flash is what I'm thinking of. And Shazam, those
Did you
those are bad.
Did you watch the Scum trailer?
No.
Do you know
Where
what
did you
Scum
watch all
is?
these trailers?
Do you know what Scum is?
I recognize the name.
Okay, so
Gross
Scum,
stuff?
Acronym.
Scum is like a combination of, we'll say, DayZ and what's that other game that Summit plays sometimes? I fucking hate. Oh, come on.
Has an H.
I played it like when it first released in early access. Oh my God.
It's not Hunt Showdown.
No.
No.
It's more DayZ style, like open world build.
It's
base
like Bohemia. I don't know. Rust?
Rust. That's it. Rust. Fuck,
There you
how
go.
did I forget that? It's like a Rust DayZ combo, but like adultified. Like in the trailer, there's 3 people with their pants pulled down taking a shit off of a giant like over the road sign. So I don't know. It released in early access, I'd say 5+ years ago, and I thought it was already released, but apparently the final release is coming up. So we'll see how that goes. It does have a kind of a funny premise to it, but you know, it's interesting. The fact that you can take a shit is pretty nice. No, okay, fine.
No, it's fine.
I recognize this game. Yeah, I recognize.
You're
it.
looking now. Okay.
Yeah.
I even wrote here Scum. LOL. Adult Rust.
Yeah. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's an interesting concept. You're super out of focus right now, brother.
That'd be cool if you could play like a Sims style game where you crap in the lawn and the person, like your next door neighbor, pisses you off and you crap in their lawn and they run it over with the lawnmower and have to sit there with the tire rolling with the crap on it for like 4 hours.
We should call it the shitty neighbors.
Worse.
And then it's like
Yes.
that. It's just you are a house that's meant. Oh man, we're giving away a great idea right here. You're the one house in the neighborhood, but your whole job is to make everybody else distraught. And the more pissed off you make your neighbors, the closer you are to owning all of the land.
Let's pretend, and they all are part of the homeowners association.
Yeah, you're just trying to,
except for you. You're not part of it or something.
Your house
I
is
don't know how
the
that
last
works.
house on the corner in the lot is not part of the HOA.
The premise of the show, the first thing that happens is like the HOA guy knocks on your door and says you're doing something wrong, and then that just pisses you off from the get.
Throw a piss balloon at him or something interesting.
Sleep with the neighbor's wife down the street.
That sounds like a great game.
I think this is
crazy.
The next game.
Yeah.
So we'll write that down. Game idea.
Send it to the Saints Row people. Send it to them.
They're no good anymore. We need to develop.
Send it to Rockstar.
We need to develop this one in house. We need somebody who can do game development on the coding and engineering side.
Just learn how to do like the freest ones. You have to do like a side scroller to do it.
Well, that's what I was picturing it. Not a first person. I was picturing it kind of like Sims, like he said.
Okay.
Where it's more of a point and click adventure. Could be fun. If anybody comes out with a game like this, we're suing your tits.
What if there's another part where you can like, you find there's a tunnel underneath your house that leads to the neighbor's house, and you just like steal popsicles out of their freezer.
We could go even deeper. We could put like little Jews. You could hear like people speaking Yiddish from that story from New York. You can hear them talking in the houses. Oh man, what other games you guys got?
We have two more. Go ahead, Stanky.
Felt that boxing.
Yes, that's what I was just gonna say.
That's
not taking themselves serious. They're not trying to be so serious, and it looks great for that reason.
It does. It's the adult
I just don't know.
game.
I thought it was the best trailer, but I have no idea how it's going to play. I think it's going to be like a Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, but I couldn't tell what I was looking at.
It looked more like one of those games where you feel like you're almost a puppet, like a marionette or whatever the hell they're called. Yeah. Where you're like that, you're like punching like wild, like not.
Yeah,
really
you're a Muppet
control.
basically. Yeah.
It looks hilarious. The guy, he's like, oh, I've taken like 5 dumps in this toilet, and I was like, oh, this game's cold.
They did everything right. They explained what the premise is. Your goal is to save your house. Yep. They showed the training montage, and then they showed the boxing of different level guys, like you said, Punch-Out. I think it looks like Punch-Out mixed with like Ready to Rumble boxing, except the camera swaying looks a little too much for me.
It looks all flat. It looks like a TV show. I don't know. Are you just going to be pressing buttons?
Is this like have just been like a video representation of what, like a rendered representation of what they want.
Like Witcher 4.
Hey, speaking of, if Celebrity Deathmatch came back, which 2 celebrities would you guys want to see fight in the video game against each other? Or
P.
the TV
Diddy
show?
and Justin Bieber.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Oh, Bieber would kick the shit out of him.
Only after
Bieber does know jujitsu.
By him.
I mean, yeah, there you go. There's that. He's got to overcome.
Pujitsu.
That's I don't know what I would do. I have no idea. I always thought John Goodman would be fun to watch fight. So I'm going to do
big man.
I'm going to do John Goodman and
Jeff Bridges.
No, he's
as the dude though.
And like some former basketball player. I don't know. Like Dennis Rodman. There you go. Boom.
I'm 99% sure Rodman has been on Celebrity Deathmatch. He has to have been.
Wonder who I would do. Maybe I don't even know. I'm shitting the bed on this one. It'd have to be I'd want to say like Johnny Depp, Amber Heard.
That's
too much.
Oh, she's shitting the bed.
It'd have to be it'd have to be 2 guys or 2 women probably.
Nah.
Maybe how about this? Oprah versus Trump. Not Oprah. Rosie O'Donnell versus Donald Trump. That would be good.
She's a dog.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
Who would Elon fight?
You're
Jeff
supposed to fight.
Bezos
No, yeah, Bezos, but what about Zuck?
or the Zuck. Yeah.
I think they wanted to fight. I think no, Elon just does his fucking weird shit on Twitter when he does a lot of drugs. I think
Zuck would
he's on
whoop his
ketamine.
ass.
yeah, Zuck would at this point. Yeah,
Zuck would ankle pick him.
Did you guys not have any interest in the Mafia game?
I do. I've seen a lot of trailers of it and stuff.
I haven't really been paying attention because I kind of like gave up on 2K, but I loved the first 3.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome.
I played them on stream, and I think I played them more than once all the way through. I don't know. I like those games. It's like a more structured GTA is how it feels. You don't really want to explore as much as you want to continue the story.
Yeah, it's just like really big story dressing.
Yeah.
I think I'm excited. Like Hitman, is that?
I saw it, but I haven't played
looking for
Hitman
that,
in like a couple years, like a couple iterations.
Oh fuck! I forgot that it wasn't during Game Fest, but they showed off IO Interactive doing 007. So First Light.
Oh, I remember you talking about that.
First,
Yeah, they showed
on your podcast.
They showed it like on Thursday or Wednesday, and it was awesome.
Should be good. It sounded like you guys are worried. You guys are worried that you're just hoping that they don't make it too 007 like the way it sounds, or I mean too much like Hitman.
Yeah, if they can avoid it like feeling like a Hitman level, you know. I think they are. They showed driving and stuff, and they showed Suave 007. The only problem I had with it is everybody looked really young.
What's the game called?
Super young, way too young for it to be a cool 007, but they can pull it off. Hitman's awesome. Like the IO, they're awesome, and that's
the
like
devs
perfect.
look too young, or the characters?
The characters. Don't you think they look too young for 007?
I didn't see the trailer. I didn't see the trailer yet.
It just seemed. I think it'll work, but it seems like it could be too edgy. But I don't think so. It doesn't matter because the gameplay will be awesome. I know.
I don't like when shows go in reverse where they have an older main character and they show the pre character of a younger person. It's not really my thing.
I don't know. I haven't.
Like I should say Creed. I wasn't big on Creed because I like Rocky. But
yeah, you're right. I've never even seen Creed. I won't do it.
Push it over.
Don't. You waste your time.
Can you let him in?
Everyone loves Creed that's
like
not a big Rocky fan, I feel like. People that just went and watched Creed like it.
Yeah. Rocky 1 is one of my favorite movies ever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get out.
And then lastly, Outer Worlds 2.
I played the first one and I don't like the commentary in the second one, but the game looks like a better version of the first one for sure.
I don't know I didn't play the first one, so I can't really have a basis to jump off. The first one won Game of the Year, right? Or was that Outer Wilds?
That was Outer Wilds, and I don't know if that won Game of the Year either.
The Outer Wilds is like that's like a really cool.
That's like a top
somewhat like
kind of
like no, it's like a Lost in Space type of get home, fix your rocket ship game where you die constantly. You keep
I don't want to say
every
top
20
down.
minutes.
It's like
it's perspectives everywhere.
Yeah, okay. I never played it. I just seen little clips of it here and there.
I don't think I'll play this one just because it looks like it's just not my type of characters again and type of story for me. The weird face masks and everything that people wear is just not my thing. So I'll let you guys talk about it because
what is that?
The trailer to me, I couldn't watch the whole.
I definitely can't watch it. I just Obsidian.
Oh, you're talking about Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds, right?
Yeah.
Obsidian just when it comes to like their first person RPGs, they're kind of I don't like them very much. So I didn't like the first one. It was okay, just like middling. And then they made Avowed, which is their like version of
shit.
Elder Scrolls, and it was pretty bad, like real bad. Somewhat. I mean, it was okay in certain spots, but it was just like it was pretty boring.
It missed.
And so this one, this one kind of looks like it misses the mark too. Like it didn't. So I'm not excited for it. Whatever. It could be good, but
if it's got the same people working on it, it's definitely gonna miss the mark.
Yeah.
They'd really have to fuck it up though, because like that game was intriguing enough for me the first one to play all the way through it. But like,
what would you rate the first one out of 10?
I enjoyed it. I mean, probably a 6.
I'll say I guess, but I do like how they did like a speechcraft. Like my guy just talked his way out of things or like convinced people to do things. And I think that was pretty cool. But the shooting and all that stuff I didn't like.
It's pretty basic. It's not competitive though. It's definitely a casual feeling game. I wonder when they're gonna introduce AI into the character, so where you can actually just physically use your voice like they have in Fortnite, or you can talk to Vader.
Yeah,
and he responds to you, in the character, like the way the character would.
Does that game have a pretty big marketing budget? It seems like they were on the Rockstar Energy cans and they're on the front of Xbox right now when I turn on my Xbox. Is it a pretty big marketing machine behind them or?
Yeah, well, it's Microsoft, yeah. So
I also think they're trying to save their
Microsoft owns them
right now. I think
so. That was an Xbox. That was the Xbox games.
Yeah, that's Microsoft who purchased Bethesda and the whole like ZeniMax. I don't know what they're called. I think Bethesda.
Your camera is on crack today, bro.
I don't know what to do about it.
I think it's because of how much light is behind you. So it's like trying to focus on that door. That door has been in focus the whole time.
Why do you tell me that?
Because I'm not really paying attention. I know you don't really care about it, but have you seen much about Arc Raiders?
No, I know he has.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a solid game. It'll have a good audience, I think. Arc Raiders.
I was actually kind of pissed that I didn't get it really fast.
But you didn't get what really fast?
I thought the game was going to be announced and then released.
Oh, yeah, you and the burnt peanut. The one thing I'll say,
everybody,
the Arc Raiders, this is the first thing I thought when I was watching it. Had to add DEI. The character they're following the whole time. So in the beta, you're this like old crusty white dude, but in the entire thing, you're like this young black chick. Which whatever, I don't care. But at the same time, it feels very intentional.
Checkboxy.
Yeah.
Does it feel checkbox? Okay,
it feels intentional.
I think it looks like it's fucking looks awesome though.
Yeah, the premise of the game is cool. It's gonna be fun, regardless of that stupid little detail.
Did you guys see?
It's annoying though. I guess. I mean, I didn't really watch any of those trailers. I just watched people play the beta. So when I saw that it wasn't going to be coming out next, I just kind of turned it off. Like, it wasn't coming out today, the day they announced it.
When is it coming?
Oh, October something. October game.
Okay.
Not right now.
That was the big thing. It was like they had a countdown on their game. They had a bunch of promotion. That the reason why everybody thought it was going to come out immediately is because they did that with the finals. And so
the same devs?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the finals was free to play. I don't think Arc Raiders is going to be free to play. With free to play games, I feel like you got to grab the hype when you can. Otherwise, your game dies pretty quickly.
I didn't even think about that. I forgot about. Most extraction shooters are like $30, right? Like Tarkov and Hunt Showdown.
Tarkov's like $260 if you really want to play.
Yeah.
The Hunt is, but like Arena Breakout and the other one that came out that was very similar to it, the
Delta Force.
Those ones are free.
Outer Worlds 2 is the one that's getting shit on for being $80. They're shitting
really?
on
$80.
That's a lot for
in the comments, people are shitting on them because they put capitalism in their trailer, and then everyone's like, "Well, this is
that's the
capital."
whole thing. You can't.
It's like
they do it like shitting on their entire like what they actually.
They say it sarcastically.
No, well, there's the woman that runs the Outer Worlds 2, the bad person, or I believe is kind of talking about capitalism in the game.
You can tell it was made by a bunch of Antifa people.
But sorry to cut here.
That
Did you
donate
guys see
zero
Claire
to
Obscure,
the treasury.
$89.99 for Claire Obscure Expedition 33 right now. My brother-in-law was trying to buy a copy, and he was thinking about buying an additional copy. And he's like, I don't want to pay for an unopened copy just to store. But why that game's blowing up.
I don't get the hype behind it. I don't understand. It's not my style of game, I guess.
Looks cool.
I guess. Cool enough for people to do that. I don't know.
Wonder why it's $90 a copy though.
It's on Game Pass, so maybe that's the thing. They're just trying to. It's just
Trying to make up for
push
that
the game
huge fucking loss that Microsoft
Claire Obscure is
pushes
on
everybody.
Game Pass.
yeah.
Oh my god!
Tell your cousin.
And he's got to get rid of that PlayStation. What a waste! Because he also wanted to play. What was the other game that's on Game
if it's
Pass?
on Game Pass,
Doom.
can't you
He
do it
wanted
on
to play
PC?
Doom. I'm like, dude, you gotta get Game Pass.
Does he have a?
If you're playing
have-
Xbox games, yeah.
Doesn't have PC.
He needs to get one. Then you get all the goodies. Eventually.
Yeah, you'll have Game Pass if you. I mean, that'd be a computer is the best way to go if you like tinkering like every week or so with your graphic settings because your computer's burning out.
It's definitely not for noobs. That's the big.
You don't
thing.
need to pay for internet, and you get Game Pass if you subscribe to it.
Yeah.
So, at least on my Xbox, I have to or on my PlayStation, I have to pay for the internet and my internet on the game in order to play online. It's kind of annoying. And then the PlayStation Plus, which
They
different
fucked
tiers,
up. If Sony would have stuck to their original model, where PlayStation
they would have been bankrupt.
so fucking what? They are one of the biggest companies in the world. You know that, right? They don't just make PlayStation.
Yeah, they make TVs.
We
they
did
make a lot
miss
of
one game.
components. What?
Not a big one to talk about.
Jurassic World.
High on Life 2.
Oh,
Ooh,
I didn't
Jurassic.
see
Do
that.
you want-
The only
You didn't
reason
see High Life too?
The only reason I wrote down Jurassic World was for Embus, because they were like so into the dino scene and they were playing that on stream and stuff. So that's the only reason I wrote that down, because I'm sure she's like super excited for that game. But
Dinosaur games are cool.
yeah, but that one's
No.
like a park manager game. Like you manage the world. You don't actually really like.
Run from dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's like Sims for dinosaurs.
I cannot do dinosaur games. Like I can't do them. I don't know why.
You should try the
I just-
Isle. The Isle's pretty.
Turok,
good.
you can't do?
I love Turok. Yeah,
That's not
but
a
you're-
realistic game though.
that's
That's
like Quake, but with dino characters. The dinosaur games that like the Jurassic Park games and any of the sim like stuff or like Rust like build base building and stuff like that. I don't. And plus dinosaurs, I don't think dinosaurs are cool. Just don't they used to
Did
be.
they-
Whatever.
Did-
bro.
You guys remember that shark game, Maneater? They
Yeah.
should-
Remember the
that
name.
studio should make a game that is like dinosaurs, where you go around and eat
Eat
things.
people.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, that's kind
I
of
used
the
to like-
Isle. They have like a human thing that hasn't been implemented into the game yet. So I don't know. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody play it, Grant, but it's
And my
actually-
cousins play it all the time.
It's actually pretty fun.
Actually, my cousin Wyatt plays it all the time, and he always sends me clips. And like he showed me a clip of him like
His double
sneaking up
kill.
on somebody. It seems like Pow World, sort of like
no.
not in the gameplay, but the way it looks. I don't know
Mm,
the way the camera is. I don't
maybe
know.
he has a bad computer.
He probably does, but he showed him sneaking up on on somebody, and then he like raptor leaped over some dude, and it's pretty cool.
It's
But
fun. Buckster enjoyed it. That was like one of the last games I played with that loser. But,
he needs to get on here. That'd be great for Buxer the guest.
Oh, Buckster the guest. He'd have nothing to say. I've been riding my bike, getting pegged by my wife.
No, I want to hear what he has to say.
That's all he's got. Yeah.
We could, dude. What if we had an old school Siege match?
Old school Siege. I told you I'm never installing another Ubisoft product on any of my pieces of hardware ever again.
I should make sure I'm
ooh,
not paying for an Ubisoft subscription right now.
that would be dog water. Also, did you hear about, I think it's Ubisoft, where they're doing a total turnaround of their brand. Was it Ubisoft?
Yeah, they sold everything off.
No.
I haven't heard anything about
There
them
was
in a while.
some game development company that is rebranding, and they're like, we're not doing this woke shit. And I'm just like, you guys are liars, because until there's news about you firing 500 people from your company, it's not true. Because the problem is the people that are also implementing this shit, not just the fact that your games suck. I don't know. I think they're just trying to ride the wave, and then as soon as it's over, they're gonna jump right back into the gay ass shit they've been doing. I think
The first 20 episodes of Not Married to the Name, I think we shit on Ubisoft like 15 of them.
I mean, you're not shit on them. They're so
That was
bad.
our weekly segment was shitting on Ubisoft every
They're
time.
so bad. They've taken everything that I loved as a child and ruined it. Ghost Recon.
Tom Clancy is definitely
all the Tom
ruined.
Clancy games. That was my favorite, which
Yeah,
is
me
crazy
too.
because I hate Ubisoft so much, but they made
Which
the
is-
best games.
You know what? Ready or Not is coming to console.
I can't get into that because it's only
So it's kind of
co-op,
like Rainbow Six.
but it's only co-op. And the thing about Rainbow Six is,
Oh, really?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. That's why I never
like-
bought that game.
So it's like Dark Tide. Can you play with AI partners?
Yeah, you can play with people and with AI, but you can't. There's no competitive aspect to the game, which I want
Okay.
a competitive aspect to a game that plays that slowly. I think it would be fun. Like,
No,
not
I know what
slow
you're
as
talking
in like Siege, like, oh, I'm leaning, catch you in 10 minutes. Oh, I'm going back the other way, see you in a half hour. Like, not that kind of shit. Oh,
That's super slow.
Look at my ADS, bro. Boop. Oh, my gun's up. Gotta pull it down.
Takes for. Remember
And-
when it used to be fast? God damn.
Yeah, when it was good. Back in the day.
That makes me
when they
fucking angry.
That's the problem.
I understand
with
why people hate
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Fuck Ubisoft, but that's the problem with them is they take a game that's built and then they modify it. This is why old gaming was better. When you release Contra, that's the fucking game. There's no changing it. Well, maybe we should add a lesser difficulty to this game, guys? People are complaining. It was just the game was the game, and I wish that companies did that now. They put out the game and they didn't change the game. They add on to the game, not manipulate shit in the game. Bring back OG House. It was an unbalanced map, but it was fucking fun.
I'd be interested in this may be a weird take, but a closed world Tom Clancy game would be cool. I don't need an open world, I don't think. I want a cooperative where you can play with like 2 or 3 people and go through not bullet sponging, but like Rainbow Six 3 Black Arrow. Something weird like that. Or Ghost Recon Summit Strike. Something where you have tactical things you have to do.
The Splinter Cell game had that multiplayer where you play together. They also had like competitive multiplayer, but I never played it really.
Splinter Cell had
I didn't know
multiplayer
that.
with like not competitive. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
it
Spy
was
versus
co-op.
Spy.
Yeah, it
Oh.
wasn't that. It was a co-op. I don't remember which one it was. Maybe Pandora tomorrow.
Were you both the same person?
Technically, yeah, but you're on the screen together. Like,
Mhm.
like you can play as a team. And that was cool. But they haven't made a Splinter Cell game in quite a while now.
The last one they didn't have Sam Fisher's. They didn't have Michael Ironside. So
Has Hitman ever been multiplayer?
I don't think so.
I don't.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
how
don't
that
think
would
so.
work. I don't know.
Can you
how that would
imagine
work.
like a game like Hitman? You can do multiple different scenarios,
yeah.
like redo it. What if you had a multiplayer co-op game? Is there something like that where you can just replay and do things differently each time? Like enter
think-
different sides of the building?
Yeah, Siege.
I remember.
when it first came out.
Yeah,
kidding.
Terrace Hunt.
Yeah, I mean,
But I think
campaign
Hitman,
though.
and Hitman had one where it's like I think you can share, like you can design the campaign, like who's the target and stuff like that, because all these characters in this gigantic level.
Was Hitman.
Absolution.
Yes, I believe so.
That's where it started, I think,
believe
and then
so.
maybe Hitman, because the World of Assassination is like the kind of boots, like the Hitman 1, 2, and 3 that they just merged. And Absolution was like, I think, an interesting one where it was way more linear and story heavy. People hated, but I loved it.
I enjoyed that one. I think my problem with Hitman is I didn't have the patience to replay maps over and over again to like figure out different ways of killing the person. I always just went in there and just went pew.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of liked. I never really replay Hitman games, and hopefully 007 will be cooler. But I just played it once, and then I never really replayed the levels. But they are interesting. This is cool. Like watching, like setting bombs on cars, so when like someone comes to the limo, you just blow it up, or like poisoning their soup and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Which I love about Kingdom Come. You can poison their soups and stuff.
Which you're such a hater because you won't play the freaking second one.
Nah,
those guys can give it a try.
They're not getting my $60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you beat the second one?
No, I haven't even beat it yet. No way. I kind of got.
He's not dedicated to gaming, bro. Guy plays fucking. What is it? Fucking Fortnite. Fucking Zombie Trap House 5. Just kidding, it's your son.
That's my kid. Yeah, my kid like Poppy played.
Well, we are almost an hour in.
Oh wow!
And I think might be time to talk about what we've been playing as a group.
Yeah,
Split 2.
Yeah, this has been very slow, kind of monotonous this episode, but you know it is what it is.
I forgot about. We had so much fun. I love that fucking game.
So I had fun in that game until that guy killed us.
The best guy in the world?
Yeah, that guy is fucking nuts. And I'm still not sure he's not hacking. But
what's his name? PBR? I think, don't you remember? It's like Drexel or Crone Drexel.
It has a Z. It has a Z in it.
Chosen.
Chrono.
Yeah, let me see if it's
Cronus Man.
We got
Chenzo.
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 Shout out to that guy because his ability to maneuver around the map is uncanny. But I have a feeling he was a beta tester.
I have a feeling he's played that level for many hours.
Because he knew exactly what he was doing every time. So I feel like he was part of like the alpha test team and shit like that. You know,
if they didn't ask for his intel, then that'd be dumb because that dude was clearly like the best split gate player I've ever seen.
His ability to throw portals was nuts. Like the way he did them was just like so smart.
It was better than the trailer. I watched in the trailer yesterday or the day before, and they were ripping through portals, but that dude was next level.
He was like pre-firing portals, basically like portal, boom, and he'd just be there like portal.
They would never show that. They would never show that on the trailer.
They don't want to
because
turn
it would
people
look
off.
Way too high level.
Yeah, that guy. Was
you know what's funny? We always talk about how we hate competitive matchmaking. I mean, we hate skill-based matchmaking.
Some games need it,
but that dude fucking worked our ass. And everyone's talking about how that's a less sweaty battle royale than Apex Legends.
No way.
I don't think so. No. Apex Legends is manageable, but there's no time to manage. And
the fact that you can get behind somebody without running around them takes a lot of map knowledge and understanding of if there's a soft wall behind you that can be that someone can shoot a portal on. Like
you gotta. Some of the sound needs to get a little bit louder. The BR version seems broken with sound right now.
Maybe.
And the drops, we didn't like the drops very much. We want to just drop in and play a battle royale with the classes that are in arena.
Yeah, I mean when you die, you come back with your class. That was the frustrating part. Like why don't you just start with it?
Give me some freaking ammo and let me be that class, or let the people that we kill drop ammo.
Just do the typical 240 rounds. Like that's like the average amount of rounds in most games when you're, they give you like a mag and a half.
I like the arena modes. Like I love the capture the flag mode and that was fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Were you guys surprised when they announced a BR though?
I was. I mean, I shouldn't have been because
Yeah.
2025 and everybody wants to do a BR. And I think they did it right. It's just
I think they do it. I think it's good.
I think the maps need less places to put a portal. Like maybe like cut it down by a third because there is too many in my opinion. But I mean that's also me coming from a place where I didn't play the first one, so I'm not used to that mechanic. You know,
I think there's a significant learning curve. You're gonna have to learn the maps with like at least 5 to 10 hours of gameplay just to learn sections.
Yeah.
And then another 20, 30 hours to learn how to play around the sections.
Yeah, the only map
there's just so much.
Yeah, the only map I have a somewhat a grasp on was that one where there's like the inside portion and then the outside.
Yeah, it's like a horseshoe almost.
Yeah.
And then there's a bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one. That's their best map for sure.
Yeah.
I was just talking Battle Royale.
I just meant in general in the game.
Oh,
the Battle Royale, there's like 5 different maps, right? Like just
in one
put together.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how they do that. I understand it. It keeps people from like, I guess
overloading.
Like attacking you from another side of the map just because they can shoot a portal over there. Because it like kind of breaks it up into sections.
It kind of makes it like a few matches of last team standing on like 5 different maps.
Yeah.
So it's like. Once you remember when we cleared out, we didn't know what was going on, and we cleared out a whole little world or whatever, and we're like, "What do we do?"
Yeah,
like, I don't know. There's no one here, and then I think you, PBR, totally like led the way. You're like, "Go in this portal," and I was like, "What?" You stand there, and
we all got murked right when we went through to the next world.
And everybody was jumping too. Everybody was hot dropping basically. 'Cause I didn't know that there were like 5 or 4 different worlds. So
I think if anyone's listening to this, definitely try Splitgate 2 if you haven't. Play the arena mode. Play the arena mode. Battle Royale, you know what? I'm going to play it again. But
hell yeah.
So. I think it's something we need to play to learn. I actually really enjoyed Apex Legends, so I did too.
I enjoyed that more off the get-go than I did off of Splitgate 2, but Arena's really fun.
I think it's because it's
for free.
Easier to understand. You know, whatever that is.
Apex?
Yeah, it's easier to understand. You know, there's movement in the game, but there's not like the traversal.
I think it's harder to
totally different because you can shoot through a portal. You don't have to actually go anywhere. You know, you could get behind somebody without being behind them. So
I love that.
It's intense.
The flanking is so cool.
Yeah,
it's hyper flanking.
It's fucking lame. Remove it
like,
from the game. Remove portals from Splitgate.
You basically remember we were watching Chenzo. Remember his team? They were just moving. Like there's no stopping. Like as soon as they were stopping,
that's how all good players are, though. They're constantly moving, unless they're like campy type people. But they're like constantly readjusting where they're at. Like never. It's the fight happens.
I like PUBG,
and then they move. Fuck PUBG.
I just like how PUBG does Battle Royale, the originals. You drop down, and then if you drop hot, like you can if you want to, and then. But for the most part, you drop, then you gear up, and then you hang out with your friends and drive somewhere, and then you start the game. I don't like just dropping hot constantly. Boom,
I
boom,
will
boom.
say one of the most epic times in gaming I've ever had was with Grant, and we were just running through an open field with no car, nothing, and all of a sudden,
we were just playing PUBG.
It started to do a mortar strike, and we were just screaming and running through this field, and neither of us went down. It was amazing. Because it was super intense, and it wasn't even against players.
PUBG is fucking intense. And there's some spots on the map. One's above the military base to the east, and it's like a little fortress stronghold that you can get into with metal staircases that you can go hold the top and snipe out of. Yeah. And a lot of people like landing there because there's snipers on the roof. And like PUBG was great because you'd get a spot that you knew you liked, and even though the map was huge, there were still people that would land there. So you'd have to fight them. And then you'd see someone coming with a squad. PUBG Squads was awesome too. I like solo. Like I would solo queue against teams of 3 or 4. I'd play so many different ways, and they were all fun.
We're going to have a PUBG jerk fest, dude. I totally agree. I love PUBG, man. I just think it's old now. It's just
everybody else is terrible.
everybody else just tries that formula by mixing it up a little bit. Like that's why I didn't like Apex, because the best part of the game is the movement and the shooting, and the worst part of the game was shielding, and you shield way too often. You have to shield all the time, that you have to loot constantly. So everywhere you go, you're looting. I just didn't like that. I love how PUBG goes, here's a backpack, it has damage or it doesn't have damage, armor, and if it has damage or doesn't have damage, you just pick it up, you equip it. That's it. Like, you don't do anything.
Yeah, it's such a bad game. You're right. It's terrible.
I love it. Game. It's just, it focuses on like the long range and the like strategy of it way more than anything. And everybody else does the stupid shit. I don't like shielding up. That's the worst thing about this Splitgate 2 Battle Royale is the shielding.
I don't like that. It takes way too long too. You're like...
It's pretty fast though. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's fast, but like I would actually prefer it to be something that's on the ground that you don't pick up, like a circle you stand in that like regens you. That they have, numerous amounts of them all over. You can like portal to it. You don't actually have to pick it up.
To me, it doesn't feel fast enough for the payoff. I think.
Yeah, they melt.
With Apex, you use a full shield battery. You feel like you're getting your money's worth or your time's worth out of it. But in Splitgate, I just don't feel like I'm getting my time's worth using the shield in a battle.
I got you.
Especially when you got to run away from the battle to save your friends, and then your friends are spawning like...
You don't need armor. Just give yourself health, and then have your
raise the health and like...
Yeah.
If it was a faster time to kill, it would be funner. If you're like... I don't know. I hate shields.
I don't know.
The only game I really don't have too much of a problem with it is honestly Fortnite, and I don't know why. I hate it still, but it's not something that I'm constantly... I'll go into a fight without shield because I know you got your 50 over shield, so you got at least a little barrier. But I don't know. The new season's kind of dog shit, by the way.
Let me put it this way, though. If I had to choose between Splitgate Battle Royale and Fortnite, I'd choose Fortnite. Yeah, but I like variety, so I don't mind playing variety.
I think Splitgate is a better game in the traditional modes that they have. But the BR is not a bad addition to it. It's fun.
It's a good addition.
It's fun. It's a different play style. It's a little more demanding of skill, I'd say. But
I hope they get players in that game and they're able to do more things. I hope with Battle Royale, I'm curious to see if they're going to start incorporating new characters with different abilities over the course of like their roadmap, and they're going to start doing... I'm assuming they will, right? Not just the same 3 people.
What? I missed what you were saying. Sorry.
Apex Legends is always introducing new legends.
Yeah, I hate that.
So I'm assuming Splitgate's going to incorporate new characters with new abilities over the course of time.
Probably.
Yeah, but I don't think that'll be the focus. But I think maybe, like a new corporation or whatever.
So
maybe
the current players is 1,400, which is not enough to... I mean, it still says it's the alpha, but...
Are you looking at the alpha?
No, that says Splitgate 2 alpha. It's on Steam charts. But the Splitgate 2 has 0 people playing, so I know it's wrong.
Okay.
Oh, no, there you go. Right here. Okay, that when you click on it, it updates it. So right now, 21,900.
That's not bad.
No, that's pretty good.
That's good enough.
And their all-time peak is 25. And the fact that they're maintaining, it's only been a week or whatever, but the fact that they're maintaining 21,000 people, their 24-hour peak was almost the all-time high again, 25,000. So,
how do you grow from there though?
Be good.
Yeah, just work on your game and don't change it. Just make good maps and don't put in stupid fucking characters.
Put on the very beginning, the very front, when you turn the game on, before any warnings, before anything, have it say, make FPS great again.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. You want a lot of people?
I'd play.
I'd play if it sucked. Nah, I wouldn't. I'm just joking. I really wouldn't.
Someone has a birthday June 14th.
Who?
Big Donnie.
Oh, Big D.
Donnie Trump.
Oh.
Sorry.
We need a month off
Call
for
him
that.
Donnie.
Yeah.
Oh man, we gotta mute that. I'm just joking. Joking.
I know.
Burn your Tesla.
Oh, what? No. Dude, I still think
Talk about-
Teslas are fucking awesome.
I
don't
wanted
know.
to
I
buy
know.
one.
I know you guys don't like. Oh, you like cars, PBR. We play car games.
I like cars.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
all
a big
like cars.
Cybertruck guy. I don't like Cybertrucks.
Nah, they're kind of
Nope.
gay. I like the.
What's
They're
going to happen
gay,
if
yeah.
a
Gay's a good
Cybertruck gets
word.
rusty?
Stop.
You know? Is Cybertrucks, can they rust?
No,
because
it's like, I mean, sure, every metal can rust, but it's like
Anything can.
It's like kitchen tables, like in like a big kitchen, you know, like a
Stainless
restaurant.
steel?
Yeah, stainless. And it's coated,
Well-
obviously, but
It's got a bunch of weird magic shit in on it. Probably like goo from Mars.
yeah, that's why he really wanted to go there.
Get more whatever that metal is. I like Teslas though. I think
I
Teslas are
understand that.
fucking cool. I like how fast they are. I think they sound dorky. I don't like the sound of an electric car or the simulated sound or whatever the hell it is.
First
I
time I saw electric car
I
was
think
in
it's
Palo
fast.
Alto. Or no,
Yeah,
sorry. It was in New Jersey. And this guy, it was
Really?
like, yeah, it was like a single wide, right? So it only sat like one person in it. It was like before Tesla existed and before all that shit. But
your mic is cutting out.
he pulled up behind us. I think that's just on your end.
Is that just me?
Yeah, I think so. Not just you?
I hear you fine now.
Oh, okay. And I was just like, these cars are gonna kill people because you can't fucking hear them.
My buddy got to
True.
work for Tesla in Dallas, and he would sit in the self-driving, like he would be in the passenger seat and test self-driving cars.
That's a good
That's
gig.
cool job.
Yeah.
I used to know somebody who worked at Tesla very early, where they're doing the self-driving cars, and he would talk about it all the time. I think everybody would talk about it, but I actually saw it, and I remember it picked him up from a bar. He was hammered drunk, and it drove him to where he needed to go, and parked itself basically. And we checked on him to make sure it happened, and it did. It's fine, and it was like across
Wow.
the
So-
bridge.
I don't know if you've looked into Teslas at all, but they're like
It blew my
between
mind.
60 to 100 plus grand. And the
Yeah.
self-driving option is at $8,000. So you could buy the cheaper one. You know, obviously you're going to be bumping it up into $70,000-$80,000 at that point, but you can get the self-driving option for $8,000. Also, if you buy one of the top-end Teslas right now, you can you get free supercharging for life.
What is that?
It means you don't have to pay to charge your car if you're like driving cross country, as long as you go to like a Tesla supercharge or whatever it's called. You can drive across the country basically for free. You don't have to pay just to charge your car.
I just drove across the northern part of Wyoming, and I ran into a lot of supercharge stations.
Yeah, they're
Not a
everywhere.
lot, but
They're everywhere.
enough to
pays-
get you everywhere around Wyoming.
Who pays for the electricity at those stations?
I'm sure it's partially subsidized, and I don't know. Most people have to
Yeah.
pay to charge your car, so you're paying per like kilowatt or whatever the fuck it is that they measure it with.
Jeep did something with their 4xe where they have stations in scenic areas that encourage you to drive your Jeep outdoors and off roads into like the wilderness, and they put Jeep stations. You can charge a normal vehicle out there, but the 4xe I believe is free for Jeep owners.
Yeah, that's cool.
Those areas.
I'm sure the companies are paying, a certain amount for it, but you got to think of it like this too. Like if you're a gas station owner, and if you're not footing that bill, if most people are paying customers, is obviously they're going to pay more than what it costs to bring the power there. You're also bringing business into like the store to buy food and drinks and shit like that. So
Wouldn't the money be for Tesla? Like Tesla's got to be making money putting up their stations everywhere, right?
I would imagine
So-
so. But
Yeah.
That they got to make more money doing that, being the first mover, than they would be with the electric car. I'd imagine almost.
I don't know. I don't
Like-
know. There's probably similar to Apple, or not.
It's
Apple,
monopolized.
Amazon. Yeah, it's probably like Amazon, where they like lose a lot of money just to build infrastructure, and then at the end of the day, they're winning. But who knows? Who knows how it works?
I have no clue.
There's
I just think
government
they're cool.
stuff involved in that too, so who knows?
Yeah,
Just
probably too
buy
much.
Teslas and have them drive Lyft for you, and just never be in the car, but then be on the camera and be like, "Hey, don't fuck my car up."
Don't
when someone
touch
gets
that.
in.
Don't touch that button.
Yeah.
They already have self-driving taxis. I've seen some funny videos of them fucking up, causing traffic jams.
That's really funny. I've had I've had a lot of human taxi drivers where I totally thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, because they know that city and they're just fucking jamming clam, gets you as fast as
Well,
possible.
I know the city too. I'm talking about like ones who like are just reckless, not trying to get there fast.
They don't care about their car.
They don't care about their lives. The ones I drove with.
They're from other countries like that.
They love having conversations in their Bluetooth earphones, and they're just like talking about something different.
Well,
That's my favorite.
You ever seen videos of other countries' traffic, like how they drive, like
without
insane.
stoplights?
like Asian countries and stuff? Yeah, like they're fucking nuts. Those guys they're fearless. It's the same people that are driving taxis.
You have to be,
over here.
or you're not going to get where you want.
You're going to be
basically.
too polite, and you're like, oh no, I'll go. No, oh, maybe after the next. No, okay, I guess not. You got to just fucking put your nose out there and go. Nobody wants to hit you,
No one wants to get a wreck, but. Yeah, Mexico City. Have you ever seen Mexico City traffic?
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal.
Just driving on those streets is crazy. They're fucking narrow.
Yeah.
Not my thing. Drive a
Anyway.
beater.
Yeah, me too.
A safe beater. Put a roll cage in it.
I got a 2007, and I have no plan on getting a new car anytime soon.
I had a 2014 Dodge Charger all-wheel drive, and it got totaled this year from hail.
Crazy that they'll
I
total
just saw
car
a
for
really
hail.
nice Dodge Daytona the other day, and I thought of you.
Dude, you know how sick
Dodge
that makes
Daytona
me?
Charger, 2017.
How much was it?
It was spendy. It was real nice.
Anyway,
Nicest Charger I've seen in a long time.
I hate those cars. They have this stigma with me. I don't know. It's just they're just annoying.
They're
I
one of the
think
last
Challengers have
full-size
the stigma.
cars.
Yeah.
You
I think the Challenger is a little annoying, even though I love it. I can see why people can be like, it just looks like a dick that you're laying down.
I've never been a Challenger guy, but when I sat in a Challenger at work and drove one, the interior and the feel inside of the Challenger is awesome.
You ever sat in a Ferrari?
The dash?
Nope.
No.
Okay, I've sat in a very nice Ferrari. This guy.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, this guy that I used
Son of a
to work for, he had some very high dollar clients, and we would go over to their houses and do work, and he had the fucking dopest Ferrari in his garage, and he's like, "You want to sit in it?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I said the dumbest shit. I was like, "Oh, my simulator has the same steering wheel."
Oh no! So it's just like, I know how to drive this car.
Yeah, I
It's
can
just like
drive
the
this.
Sim.
Let me rip it. Let me rip it.
It's
up
like
here.
when you're going to do construction and you're like, I saw this on YouTube. I watched a YouTube video how to
I could frame a house in a day.
I said that once when I was doing flooring and the construction guys ripped me to shreds. It was really embarrassing.
Well, you learn.
Jesus. I don't know. Well,
Yeah. That's you, PBR.
Well, guys, thank you for watching
Lord.
the Lords of Larftown podcast, where we bring
The
you
Lords.
Larftown gaming content and, yes, Lords of Larftown. I'm not doing it as well today, but anyway, thank you guys for checking out our game showcase review. We talked about a lot of different video games, and we also talked about our Splitgate 2 experience, which we're going to be playing some more of for free. And we encourage you guys to be playing that too. This is my last time in this room. I'm moving across the state, so next week I'll be in a different studio. Deuce has a new PC, and our Power Bottom Grant, hopefully, please God, somebody donate to the channel so we can get Grant a new PC.
A new PC and a new webcam.
Because
Holy
he knows more
shit.
about gaming than us, and he games more than us. So hope
He
Yeah.
variety games more than us.
variety games more. That's a good.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
All right.
whatever.
Yeah. GG's.
Yeah, my video cam sucks. My bad.
Yeah, it does. This is grainy and all fucking.
Oh,
What?
What?
We're still
we
on.
talked about what I talked about what I did, and I talked about what Deuce did. Congratulations to Grant for taking second place in a podcast that he wrote, from a state-reviewed institution.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, big deal.
Went and partied with my coworkers in Cody, Wyoming. Badass.
Sounds.
Congrats to
town.
James too. You guys been doing a good job.
James was. Thanks, man.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.